Now, Robert, I'm gonna ask you something, and this for Trent too. How do you deal with having a talented child that may be being coached by someone who can't coach?
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Well, I mean, I can go for. I mean, I done seen it.
Talk about
The
it.
way I handle it. I mean, first of all, we always tell our well, it's been our sons. You know, you're not a quitter. So we're not going to take you off the team, but you still make sure you respect that coach. Period. You look him in the eye, you listen, and you do what he tells you to do. But if you're in a position to do something different, you got to go off of that. But you always respect that coach, and we're not going to just yank you from this team. You know, we sign up for the team, you're going to finish. So we always teach them you're not a quitter. And then you just got to make that decision at the end. But, you know, I don't never want him to get to a point where he's disrespecting the coach. Because he can go sign, like say he's going to college, and he chose to go to that school. And then he get to that school, you might have, at college, you got 5 to 6 coaches outside of the head coach. And they all, pretty much in college, the coaches beside the head coach, they do most of the training. So you're going to have to learn how to handle different aspects of coaching. You know, some coaches might be on point. Some coaches might come at you totally different. So you just got to make sure you're in a respectful manner and when you're facing all of them. So that's the way we judged it. But, you know.
Lord have mercy. I go along with like what Trent's saying. I never want my son to be disrespectful to his coach, because your mindset should be on learning, and there's got to be something that they can teach you. Now, I'll say this. Currently, you know, he plays for school, right? And so he's about to go into his junior year next year. And their coaches, I feel, need some improvement. I believe and I feel some drastic improvement. Now, in watching varsity and JV, I've noticed that there's also the issue of certain parents as well that jump in and want their kids to be playtime and certain things like that. But I do believe that there is a level that the coaches need to grow as well. And I feel that we've had 2 years of similar results. And this is a third year, and I'm hoping that there is because I'm sure this year he's going to be 100% varsity other than 50-50. Mm-hmm. And so I am hoping that there is an elevated level of coaching, and also an elevated level of the kids as well. It's hard for me because I won't claim to know everything. I mean, I played football in middle school. It stopped in middle school because I got to high school, fell in love with marching band. And even though I was in the stands, but marching band was my thing. So I'm a lover of the game, but I didn't play it past middle school. He has talent. I mean, y'all coach my son, so y'all know who he is. Y'all know all about that.
Oh, you talking about the water boy? No, I'm just kidding.
Look. If he was I'm gonna say if he was the water boy who was passing out to everybody else he ran past.
I know that right. I like that water boy.
That's some high quality H2O. But I mean, you know, that recently they had a football meeting, and I was talking to the linebackers coach because you know, he started out linebacker, went to end for them last year because they needed it on JV or what have you, and he was getting in that backfield. They had coaches on the other sideline talking about, "Yo, somebody gonna get number 10?
Now,
Y'all see number 10?"
Who do you credit for that ability?
DNA. With all respect and truth, I'm glad y'all were his first coaches. I'm glad Brent, y'all. I'm glad that he was able to learn the fundamentals of the game from you all, because you know me. I trusted y'all, and I still trust you with him as if you me. So for that, I'll tell everybody that they coached my son learn the game, how to play, how to tackle, how to be a team member from you all. And me as a parent, it was good for me to be able to just support, not have to be no yelling parent, whether he got playtime or not. He was willing to go out wherever you put him, he was with. So as long as he was cool with it, I was cool with it. You know what I'm saying? So, because I knew that y'all were treating him and teaching him the right way. So as he's gone into middle school, as he's gone into high school, he's taking that same work ethic with him. Coach told linebackers coach said, "Yo, he be out there 100. When he out there in the drills, only thing he said he had an issue with was some of the sprints. The sprints, because he had beat everybody, he slowed up at the end. He was like, no, I want him to go all the way through.
Dominate.
Exactly.
Dominate.
So this year, he's a linebacker safety. So they see his speed, they see all that. So I know, even at Piedmont, coach would say, all I got to tell Robert, this your half of the field. He shut it down. There wasn't no passes getting there. So I know next year I know how he is. I just want him to stay focused, not only there, but making sure them academics is where they need to be too, because he can do it. He can do it. I'm so proud of him. And not because he's I'll say this to his face. I'll say this when he's not here. I'm so proud of how he has taken the student portion of his ability now, and how he has been achieving and growing in that aspect. I need him to do both at the same time, and really understand these are your superpowers right there, bro. And so he also wants to wrestle next year too. So I support the coaches, even when I don't agree with what they're doing. I'm still going to be supportive, and I talk to him after each game. Hey, how you feel about that? What did you think about this? This is what I observed. How do you and the other team feel about that? I'm gauging, because there are other parents that I know have some issues with how they're coached, and I agree with them in a lot of areas. At the same rate, I don't want to create an atmosphere that's going to be disingenuous for my son. I don't want to create anything that's going to make it hard for him to be able to go out there and do exactly what he wants to do, is just play and be out there for his team. So that's why I'm gauging him as the temperature to tell me how you feel. Are you feeling like this ain't what you want? And then we're gonna move accordingly, right? So I'm a type of parent that wants to and will support my coaches. I want whatever you're doing on the field with him, I want to be able to support it and make sure it's a benefit, and hopefully y'all get wins as a result of it. That's my thing. So, but yeah, I'm not one of them. When my kid gonna get to play?